how to literally glow as a person, how to glow as a woman, how to have a light of good energy around you and just be confident and appear confident wherever you go. That is something that I think most women want to achieve, but I think they go about it the wrong way. We often let the way other people view us and how we feel in that moment interfere with our confidence. So it is so easy for you to lose your confidence and gain it back just because somebody gave you more validation or because you feel particularly good looking that day. But obviously, the goal is to feel confident all the time, 24/7, to feel good, to feel healthy and energized, and in order to really glow as a person, this is something that is a need, is a must. Because if you ever feel like this person's energy is so good, like they have such a good vibe to them, I guarantee you they have some sort of self-confidence, some sort of glow that they have worked on in order to achieve this. Because I think as children we have naturally a good vibe, a good energy. Maybe not if you've been brought up in a bad environment, but usually we glow. There is so much confidence to us. We don't care about when a person looks at us, we don't care about our weight, about our looks. It's just all confidence. We're just children, we're having fun, we're happy. But when we grow up, then we start to realize, like, oh, but this is bad. Basically social standards start to play in with how we feel about certain things. And usually most of it is just so fake that we don't even realize like what is true confidence anymore. So how to really glow as a person, if you want to glow and you want everybody in the room to just be amazed by your energy, you have to do some workout, but not for your body but for your mind. I think this is all connected to how we live life in general. How, if we eat good, if we exercise, if we meditate, this all makes us feel good. And the more you feel good, honestly, the more you will also look good, so people can see, if you look good. Confidence is scary, confidence is intimidating for everybody. You look at them and you're amazed, but you're looking scared because, like, wow, they're so brave to do all of this. Like, confidence is just something that's really, it brightens a whole person. Now, again, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of fake confidence out there, and I also think that is important to say that I'm not promoting fake confidence. Obviously, fake it till you make it. I do, to some extent, agree with that. If you always fake that you're confident, you will naturally start to feel confident. I sort of do believe in that, but I don't think it's sufficient in the long run, because it can be quite exhausting to all the time fake being confident. Of course, as a girl, I love to dress up and feel good, and it makes my confidence much higher. But there's also other things that make me confident, and I feel like when people feel my energy, like, I feel like they can see, not just because I put on some high heels that make me feel good, but it's in the way that I speak, in the way that I am empathetic towards other people, the way that I care, all these things, these deem confidence. The fact that I'm like brave enough to do what I want, that I don't really care about what people think about what I do or want to do, this brings a lot of confidence. I think that's what's honestly the most attractive thing, and also the most powerful thing. So you can really attract the right people for you as well this way, because it's kind of like a superpower, because once you then realize like your worth and realize, damn, I'm like really, confident in myself, like I know I'm good, I know I'm a good person, I've worked on myself for it, then you will also start to, perhaps consciously, perhaps subconsciously, start to pick out people who also have this vibe, because you want to be with people who are like that. I made like another episode about selecting the right friends and how they can impact your life, and how that goes for partners as well. And I always talk about how important it is to work on yourself first before expecting to see results in other people. And you have to be what you want to attract. So you have to first be what be that you want to attract. So if you are looking for a partner, you have to love yourself first before you're even able to give that person love. This is a pretty standard sentence that I think is heard quite often, but it's really so true. And I think that many people just don't realize how much power they actually hold, how much power they have to be confident, to be unstoppable, if they start just doing stuff that is good for them. You know, eating things that are good for you, things that are not poison to your mind, that are not poison to your soul, to your body, and listening to music that is not, you know, negative and makes you feel bad all the time, unconfident. Why would you want to listen to stuff like that? It's you're basically manifesting all your desires, how you want to look, by working for that. This is the same as when you're trying to work for a career, you know, you're basically manifesting that because you're all the time working for it, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one day. I'm doing it, you know, I'm working for it. You know, then the universe will help you come there. This is the same with looks and with confidence. You know, if you are working on yourself, the confidence will just come with you. Exercising, oh, honestly, just making you not exercising because you want to be fit, but because you want to be healthy. You know, there's like such a big difference. It's sort of like when you go to like the beach or some ocean, you know, place, and you like don't think about how people, if you just don't think about how people perceive you and how they judge your body or whatever, or you're swimming, and you just cancel that noise out, you feel good because you're at peace with yourself. You know, you have these all these health minerals around you, from the trees, from the grass, from the ocean, that's making you feel good. And that's ultimately already cleansing your soul just by breathing good air and feeling that energy and not caring about what people think. But then the noise comes in from other people, and it's very hard to ignore this noise, you know, of how you look to others and everything like that. And it's especially, I think, I'm talking now from a perspective as a girl, I think it is so difficult to all the time have to live up to these standards of what you have to look like. And honestly, it's almost impossible to fit all of them. Everyone always wants something, you know, like, so even the ones that you may think, oh, they're perfect, you know, their whole life is perfect, they look perfect, they also have their own issues, and they also have things that they wish they could excel at or wish that they could look better in. And honestly, the best way to really feel good, to not compare yourself, is really just by doing a lot of inner work and on how your mind, and you will actually glow. You will glow. No one will think that you are unattractive or unconfident if you have worked on yourself and you just signal out positive energy and good energy out to everybody else. I think it's needless to say that, of course, things like makeup and clothes, they're like accessories to our confidence. I don't necessarily think that wearing makeup is negative, or that putting a nice outfit on is a bad thing, because it's kind of like an accessory to your confidence, you know. And I love fashion, and I don't think this is a bad thing at all, but I think it's bad if you're trying to hide, you know, your insecurities, because I think that ultimately that doesn't have to radiate confidence, you know. So it's like, if you wear a nice statement suit or dress, that doesn't ultimately mean that that person is confident, you know, because they're wearing that. They just like those clothes, you know, they want to feel confident in it. And basically what I'm trying to explain the best way, is that there's nothing wrong with dressing up and putting makeup on to make yourself feel better, as long as you already feel good before that. You know, if you're already confident in what you are and who you are and what you do. This is because it's ultimately, you will not glow if you only focus on exterior looks. You also have to focus on yourself and your soul. I think it's so obvious that when somebody says your energy is so amazing, that gives us a lot of confidence, you know, because that's not only complimenting our exterior, but that's very internal compliments, and that's what really makes you feel good. And you will just attract bundles of more people, bundles of abundance and manifestation and love around you if you love yourself and you're confident in what you're doing and what you want to be. As somebody who has tried so many diets and suffered with my body image and my face and how I feel about my hair all the time. This is like, I feel like so all girls feel this way at some point. And so I just want to say that I do relate and I understand, and that it's difficult. It's hard to just completely focus on your internal when you're suffering, worrying about your external. You know, I tried some very unhealthy eating habits, you know, that were just not good for me. Obviously, it didn't even make me feel good. You know, I was weak, my hair wasn't growing the way it should be, and then I had another thing to worry about. And ultimately, in the future, right now that may seem so important, but really health will always be number one. So a very good quote is that I saw the other day, I don't remember by who, but somebody who's healthy has like 30 wishes, but somebody who's unhealthy only has one wish. And you really need to take care of your body and your mind, because if you let it suffer now for your external satisfaction, so it looks how you want to, in the future you will regret that. As somebody who's been in that position, I can say if you work on yourself internally, it will show up externally. So whatever you feed your mind and your soul and your body, that will show up and radiate on the outside as well. So it's almost like magic, because really, you know, the better food you eat, of course, you're going to have better hair, you're going to have better nails, you're going to have cleaner face. And this is still something that I'm working with, because of course it's difficult to say no to all the unhealthy habits that we have, and it's almost unrealistic now that we have so much option. But yeah, and it's the same with, so this is with nutrition, but it's also the same with meditation and healing yourself and cleansing all your traumas and all your issues. And that way you really will just start to radiate and glow as a person. I think a lot of it has to just also do with acceptance. So I talked about previously that acceptance is key in relationships. However, I also believe that acceptance within yourself is probably even more important, because if you accept yourself, then you will also have an easier time accepting others. But really, by accepting yourself, you allow yourself to be confident in who you are. So, of course, changing your habits and changing internally rather than externally, that is a work itself, and you are working towards glowing. But really, it's also a huge part of it is accepting a lot of things about yourself. So for me, for example, I have been dyeing my hair. Well, I dyed it once, and then I had highlights in my hair, and so this is all not healthy hair. And I'm trying to now grow my natural hair out, because I know that in the long run that will look the best, it will suit me the best, it will look the best. And I can grow it out and it'll be healthy rather than dead like this at the end where I've dyed it. And this is just an example, but I'm trying to say that honestly, accepting just that my hair isn't as blonde as I would have preferred it to be, perhaps, but I know that it will be healthier for me to not put all that bleach in my hair. And it's still something that I personally debate about every day. You know, I'm like, oh, do I wish to go blonder? But I like my natural hair, but oh, it's so dark, I'm not used to it being so dark. And I can imagine that a lot of people relate to something like this, because it's really like, you don't feel good if you don't put this on, but really that's just fake confidence, because I guarantee you, your natural hair color, it will look amazing on you, you know? So again, this is just an example. For me, I also struggle with my nails. I do not feel confident without my nails. And this is something that I think will take a long process, because also I just love getting them done. I love doing them. I started recently doing them myself, and I find it very fun. But I know that it is also because I'm hiding up my natural nails, and these give me confidence. So I'm not really saying that that's a bad thing, but I'm saying openly that there are also things that I have to work on, and that these are just minor things that I work on, process by every day. So I'm trying to fuel my mind with good things and good energies. I'm doing what I love. But when it comes to my confidence externally, there are still some things that I have to work on as well, which I think, it's very vulnerable for me to admit, but I cannot give advice and pretend like I don't do any of these things. But yeah, I'm just trying to basically explain how different things can really impact your confidence, and you just need to make sure that it's real confidence so you really glow rather than trying to chase this fake confidence, which most people around us have. Most people around us carry fake confidence, which is also why comparing ourselves to people online, to our friends, is so bad, because most of those people just have so many problems with themselves, so many things that don't make them confident at all. But we all just gaslight each other and we all hide those so that we get validation from others, you know. But if you really want to glow and attract everyone and have good energy around you, then you really got to start working on yourself. That way you will see that you will glow. Literally just try this for 30 days, a month, to see how you feel after. If you, let's say, meditate once a day, go on a walk, because you will feel better. And then obviously you will attract a lot of people. Everyone wants to hang out with people with good energy, so be warned, a lot of people want to be your friend once this happens. But really, you need to start fueling yourself with a bunch of positive things. So good nutrition, taking a walk, meditating, doing what you want to do. So removing yourselves from bad environments. I made a whole episode about how to remove yourself from bad environments. This has a huge impact on our confidence as well. So letting our mind rest, surrounding yourself with positive people, everything that you do that can really fuel yourself, and this way you will glow. If you work on yourself and your mind, and you're happy on the inside, you will then start to become also happy with the outside if you're currently stressed about your external looks. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I wish you nothing but the best on this journey to finding your inner glow. The fact that you've already stayed this long and listened means that you are already one step ahead than most people you know. If you need any further advice on anything, you can check my previous episodes, or you can also check my link in my YouTube bio that leads to a website where you can request to talk to me about this or any other advice that you might have. But yeah, thank you for listening.